Walk onto any used car lot in America. You will see them in the back row. Dusty, ignored, marked down twice already. Nobody under 50 wants to be seen in one. Meanwhile, the salesman is busy. He is steering every customer toward a lease return SUV with an extended warranty. One he is silently praying you will take off his hands. These aren't project vehicles. These aren't good for the price compromises. Here's the thing. I've watched seniors overpay their whole lives. Overpay for vehicles. Overpay for repairs. 24 years under the hood. Not anymore. I'm talking about luxury SUVs. The ones that run 250,000 miles on nothing but fluids. That arrive at my shop at 180,000 miles. And leave with nothing more than a handshake. Selling for thousands. Less for one reason. Nobody under 50 wants to be seen in them. Here's where it gets interesting. Smart money is quietly buying them right now. Today, I'm counting down 3 SUVs for senior drivers. Number 1, dozens of customers. Not one major repair. Not one. Number 3, Acura RDX, 2013 to 2018. When Acura engineers designed this RDX, they apparently forgot something. They forgot they had a marketing department. They built one of the finest luxury compact SUVs on the market. Then, advertised it like an apology. That is exactly why this thing is a gold mine right now. Here's the kicker, the worst thing that ever happened to Acura's reputation? Their advertising budget. The best thing that ever happened to used car buyers? The same. Last fall, a retired school teacher came in with her daughter, 71 years old, just had her left knee replaced. Her old Subaru Forester was killing her every time she had to climb in and out. Her daughter had already decided. Brand new Honda CR-V. Mom needs something reliable, she said. Budget, $16,000. I asked them for 1 hour. Pulled up Auto Trader. Called a buddy at a wholesale lot. Found a 2016 Acura RDX. 64,000 miles. $15,400. All-wheel drive. Leather. Heated seats. They drove it home that weekend. 6 months later, she came back for her first oil change. Gave me a hug. Said her knee hadn't hurt once. Not once. Getting in or out. Here's what nobody tells you about this generation of RDX. Acura put the J35 V6 in here. 3.5-liter V6. Naturally aspirated. Port. Injected. 279 horsepower. Pay attention to those 2 words. Naturally aspirated. No turbocharger. No turbo to fail at 90,000 miles. Port injected. No carbon buildup. No intake valve cleaning. No high-pressure fuel pump failures. Nothing like what you get with every direct-injected German on the market. This is the same J-Series engine family as the Honda Pilot and the Odyssey. Both routinely cross 250,000 miles on nothing but fluids. And here's what that means for you. You are buying that engine at a senior-friendly price. The transmission is a proper 6-speed torque converter automatic. Not a CVT. Not a dual clutch. A real automatic. I have seen exactly 2 of these fail in 24 years. Both times the owner never changed the fluid. That is not a transmission problem. That is a human problem. RDX seat height. 23 inches off the ground. That is the sweet spot. You do not climb up. You do not drop down. You slide in. The doors open to nearly 80 degrees. Stiff hip, bad back, you have room. The greenhouse visibility is enormous. Acura hadn't ruined it with rising belt lines yet. 2016 RDX with under 80,000 miles, $14,000 to $17,000. Same year BMW X3, $19,000 to $24,000. And the BMW will cost you $2,800 in repairs in the first 2 years. Repair Pal annual maintenance on the RDX, $497. The BMW X3, $1,034. That is not a rounding error. That is double. This is your post-warranty sweet spot luxury engineering at a price that actually makes sense. While BMW X3 owners scheduled their 3rd dealer visit this year, the RDX owner was still on original brake pads. Here's the thing. Before any customer buys one, I check 3 things. Let the engine warm up fully. Then, listen at idle. If the VTEC ticks and won't stop, walk away. Previous owner ran it low on oil. Done. Check the rear diff fluid on AWD models. Acura says every 30,000 miles. Nobody does it. Looks like coffee? Dark? Murky? Burnt? Factor $150 off immediately. Check the power tailgate. Motor gets weak around 100,000 cycles. Hesitates? That is $380. Take it off the price. Who is this for? Anyone wanting AWD luxury without German ownership costs? Who should skip it? Need 3 rows MDX. Need serious towing number 2 on this list. Bottom line on the RDX. Honda reliability. Lexus adjacent package. Honda adjacent price. The only reason it's cheap is because Acura forgot to tell anyone it existed. Smart money noticed. Everyone else is still looking at the BMW. Number 2. Lexus GX 460. 2014 to 2016 is your target range. When Lexus looked at what Mercedes and BMW were building, they saw complicated air suspensions, electronically controlled everything, turbocharged engines nobody could afford to fix. So they built the opposite. The GX 460 was engineered to prove one thing. The most sophisticated luxury SUV is the one that never breaks down. In my opinion, most over-engineered luxury SUV ever sold in America. Nobody outside the Lexus crowd seems to know it exists. Here's the kicker. The market prices this like a liability. It is the opposite. A couple of years back, a man came in, late 60s, retired engineer, the type who asks 3 follow-up questions for every answer I give. He was driving a 2008 Mercedes GL 450, had just been quoted $4,200 for an air suspension repair. Fix it or sell it? I said, sell it that afternoon. He asked what I would buy instead. I said, a Lexus GX 460. He looked at me like I'd suggested a tractor. 2 weeks later, he came back. 2014 GX, 460, 91,000 miles, $24,500. That truck now has 168,000 miles on it. What has it needed? A battery, brakes, tires, 1 wheel bearing at 152,000 miles. He texts me every January telling me what he saved. Last year's number, $7,800. Here's where it gets interesting. The GX 460 runs. The 1UR FE 4.6-liter V8. Naturally aspirated. 301 horsepower. 329 pounds-feet of torque. This engine uses port and direct injection together. Both systems. At the same time, that combination solves the carbon buildup problem that plagues every single injection V8 on the market. Timing chain. No turbo. Nothing electronically clever to fail. Toyota built this engine for markets where the nearest dealer is 1,000 miles away. That is an engineering mandate, not marketing. And here's what that means for you. 301 horsepower of unkillable V8. Body-on-frame chassis. 0 exotic maintenance requirements. The 6-speed automatic has been in production 15 years with effectively 0 changes because Toyota got it right the first time. Full-time 4-wheel drive with a torsion center differential. You leave it in drive. In any weather. On any surface. No dial. No mode button. It just works. For a senior driver who doesn't want to think about drivetrain modes, that simplicity is everything. Step-in height is higher than the RDX, but running boards come on every model. My engineer customer with the bad back sits on the running board, swings his legs in. Seats are heated, ventilated, 10-way power adjustable. Steering wheel telescopes 4 inches fits a 5'2" grandmother or a 6'4" grandfather. 2014 to 2016, GX 460 with under 100,000 miles, $24,000 to $30,000. Same year Mercedes GLE needs $5,000 in repairs within 3 years. BMW X5 depreciates at the same rate, costs 3 times as much to maintain. RepairPal annual maintenance, $770. Real-world independent mechanic, closer to $400. while Mercedes good luck owners were discovering what $4,200 feels like. This GX 460 owner was getting a wheel bearing replaced at 152,000 miles and walking out with change from a $400 bill. Here's the thing, 3 checks before you sign. Park it on flat ground. Walk away 20 minutes. If the rear has dropped airbag leak, $400. Get it in the price. Side swinging rear door. Open it, close it slowly. Drops before it latches? Worn hinge. $600. Negotiate. Get underneath. Lift kit spacers or modified suspension. Previous owner went off-road. Suspension wear will show. Price accordingly. Who is this for? Keeping it 15 years. Towing a boat. Wanting real 4WD in a snowy state. Who should skip it? Highway commuter 17. MPG adds up. Can't park 192 inches. Get the RDX. Bottom line on the GX, 460. This is the over-engineered tank. The market ignores it. Smart buyers don't. If this kind of straight talk is helping you or someone in your family, hit subscribe. I break these down every week. Number 1. Lexus RX 350, 2010 to 2015. Lexus engineered the third-generation RX 350 to prove something. That a luxury SUV could be so reliable, so easy to live with, that a senior driver could buy one and never think about it again. After 24 years, they succeeded. Completely. This is the single vehicle I have recommended to more retired customers than any other in my career. Here's the kicker. The price tag on a used RX 350 has nothing to do with what it is worth. I have a customer right now. She bought a 2013 RX, 350 inches, 2016, 38,000 miles on it. She just turned 78 last month. The vehicle now has 142,000 miles. 9 years of ownership. Total repair spend, $1,890. Brakes, 2 batteries, 1 window regulator. That is $210 a year. No luxury SUV on the planet touches that number. None. Here's what nobody tells you about the third-generation RX 350. The engine is the 2GR-FE 3.5-liter V6, naturally aspirated, port-injected, 275 horsepower. No turbocharger, no direct injection carbon problems. Timing chain that will outlast the body. One of the most reliable V6 engines in automotive history, the data says it. Toyota put this exact engine in the Camry, the Avalon, the Highlander, the Sienna, the Lexus ES. Millions of vehicles worldwide. I have personally torn down 2 of these at over 280,000 miles. Cylinder wear within factory tolerance, both times. Set in concrete. And here's what that means for you: documented reliability. At a price point that makes the German alternatives look like financial mistakes. Seat height, 21 inches. Chair height seating. You do not climb. You do not drop. You sit. For someone with knee or hip issues, that distinction is the difference. Doors wide. Sills low. Floor flat. Mirrors enormous. Blind spot smaller than virtually any modern SUV. Glides over potholes that would jolt a German SUV. For arthritis or a bad back, night and day. Quiet enough for a phone call at 70 miles per hour. 2013 to 2015 RX 350 with under 90,000 miles, $17,000 to $22,000. Same year Audi Q5 at roughly the same money. Except the Audi needs a timing chain tensioner job. At 100,000 miles, $2,800. The Lexus needs an air filter. Repair Pal, annual maintenance, $550. Luxury midsize SUV segment average, $807. Major repair probability, 8%. Segment average, 11%. Roughly half as likely to need a major repair. That is documented service data. While Audi Q5 owners got quotes on that tensioner job, the RX 350 owner was being told they needed an air filter. That is the whole story. 3 things to check before you hand over the money. On 2010 to 2013 models in hot climate states, Arizona, Texas, Florida, run your hand across the dashboard near the windshield. This generation had a known cracking issue. Most have been replaced, but verify. If it's cracked, that is money off. Turn the wheel fully to lock and listen. A whine from the power steering motor, high-pitched, louder at full lock, is a $700 repair. Do not walk away. Use it. That sound is worth $700 off the asking price. Pro tip: find one owned by a single older driver. Driver's seat bolster barely scuffed, carpet clean, steering wheel not worn shiny. That vehicle has lived a gentle life. Move fast when you find it. Who is this for? Any senior driver. One car for 10 years without worrying. This is it. And WW. Who should skip it? Need 3 rows. Highlander. Same engine. Need to tow. GX. 460. Bottom line on the RX 350. This is the gold standard. Not the badge. Not the marketing. The data. 24 years of watching these come into my shop and leave without drama. Smart money has known about this vehicle for years. 3 SUVs that the market forgot. Mechanics didn't. You now know 3 used luxury SUVs under $30,000 that will outlast vehicles selling for twice that price. Next time the salesman steers you toward a 3-year-old German lease return with an extended warranty he hopes you never read, you will know exactly what he is doing. That is how dealer tactics work, and now you are immune to them. I bet most of you didn't expect a $15,000 Acura to make this list at all. That is the whole point. The best used luxury SUV for a senior driver is not the one with the most impressive badge. It is the one that never calls you for money. I'll keep giving you the truth that dealerships won't. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.